Okay. Test the audio out real quick. Make sure everything's running. Real quick. Make sure everything's running. Real quick. Make sure everything's running. I gotta mute out on the desktop so that I don't make my voice echo. All right, starting from scratch. Everything got wiped out on my other thing, so I'm basically going through and getting things straightened out. Make sure that I can't hear myself on the OBS. Also do the same thing. There we go. Let's see what does it. There we go. Let's see what does it. There we go. Let's see what does it. How about now? There we go. How about now? There we go. How about now? There we go. Nope. How about now? There we go. Nope. 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 Tracks. 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 That is weird. 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 The only thing I can think of it is in my sound settings. Sound settings. Sound settings. Speakers. See if I can hear myself now. 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 See what happens. See what happens. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, I do not want my speakers muted, but I don't want the Google Chrome muted out. But I have to have my speakers muted in order to, or unmuted in order for I want that to work. I want that to work. I want that to work. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I said, I'm having to start over and do this all over again. This all over again. Do not keep doing this, because if I do, I'm gonna end up getting myself confused. Turn monitor off. Monitor off. That's just the way it's supposed to be. And see, that annoys me, because every time I talk, I hear myself again. It repeats itself, and that's gonna cause me issues. I can't tolerate that. It's just not gonna work. Plain and simple. Well, it did it once I muted out Twitch, though. It stopped doing it, so that's pretty good. There we go. There we go. There we go. It was working. I didn't keep Twitch muted, so. Okay, so like I said, I did screen capture, that way you could see everything. Everything is just from scratch right here. Okay, it's even on Windows 10. I'm debating on if I even want to do an upgrade to Windows 11, to be honest with you. I ended up, everything ended up getting wiped on Windows 11, so I literally had to reinstall the old iOS that I had from Windows 10. I'm not even sure it's the right iOS, because I've got 3 computers here. I've had 4 of them, and I used one of the old programs with the key to put this one on there. So it's one of them, and now I'm debating on if I even want to go ahead and do an upgrade. That's how bad Windows 11 is. It's just my opinion, but I've had a lot of problems with Windows 11, just put it to you that way. So I've got a blend file started up for Quantum Gathering. I'm going to start Mark Watashik, Dragus Productions project over again with the frog. I actually added a good add-on, which I'm going to use for that too, and this is the MPFB. This is the Make Human, I believe, add-on that you can get through GitHub. It's actually pretty cool. I don't usually get on here and promote too much stuff other than Blender itself, but this is one of them that is really, really cool. This, because for me, I have a problem with modeling human bodies, stuff like that. Now, if you get this, it actually helps you develop, or it actually generates a body for you, basically. So let me see what we got here. Am I on the right one? No, I'm on video editing. Character models. This is what I've got. You can do this in male, female, whatever you want to do. I'm going to use this to create a frog dude. And later on, I'm going to use it for other character buildings too. I had one where I wanted to make one for Tan Hai Tran, a friend of mine on minds.com. And I had it started, but like I said, everything crashed. And that's what I'm going to be using there here in a little while. But first, what I want to do is I want to get everything set back up when it comes to when it comes to quantum gathering. I've got some content that I need to be editing. I need backgrounds to go with it. So Bob Dub it sent me a bunch of stuff that they've been using for Dude, Where's My Wallet, as well as the quantum gathering and different other parts of Minds Underground over on Minds.com, so that I can kind of put together a good background that goes with what they've been doing. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that started first. Right now, what I want to do is I want to create a CG motherboard, and that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. I'm going to add a camera over top view. Wait a minute, that's not cool. I don't think so. Look, 7 is top view. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Hmm. Yeah, it's cool. That's the first time it's ever done that to me. It's weird. Threw me off. And this is the new version. This is Blender 5.0, just so everybody knows. And I've checked out some of the tutorials and everything I got on YouTube, and it is a little bit weirder than normal. I'll just put it out there like that. But from what I've seen of it so far, it's not that bad. So hold on a minute. Got some beeping going on in the background. Okay, I had to step up or step away for a second, but don't worry about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some music, um, come back in, and I'm going to start doing that. But first, I gotta find something. I was able to rescue some stuff, and like I said, Bob Dub helped me out. So did Mark Watashik from Dragus. He had a bunch of cool pirate picks, so and auto as well. So I do have some cool stuff here. It's just a matter of getting it all sorted out. Really? I can already tell you that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh, undo that. Divide or disconnect strips. There we go. This is 100 or 108,000 or 108,000 frames. And I'm not going to actually be like doing anything with that right now. I'm just going to play the background music so that oh, one extra zero, sorry.
Welcome to the quantum gathering, where minds unite and people flatline. Step into the realm of thoughts and dreams, where imagination flows in vibrant streams. Gather round and let your visions dwell in the infinite imaginary, let it show. Beats that pulse like a heartbeat's grace, where imagination flows in vibrant streams. Gather round and let your visions dwell in the infinite imaginary, let it show. Beats that pulse like a heartbeat's grace. You weave beats that pulse like a heartbeat's grace. We weave our stories in the sacred space.
Velvet shadows curve around your frame. Every glance a spark calling out my name. I feel your pull electric through the air. Tongue flicks, breath catches, I'm caught in your snare. Whispers curl around me, velvet and fire. Heat climbing higher, stoking my desire. Every inch, every shiver, every subtle sway draws me deeper, losing myself in the play. Pull me closer, let the tension rise. Magnetic currents behind your eyes. Every brush, every shimmer makes me quake. I'm yours to claim in every pulse you make. Fingers trace the space where your energy lingers. Every motion pulls me under. Tongue a teasing, lips barely grazing the air. The warmth of your presence drifts everywhere. Sparks in my chest, racing down my spine. Your pulse in the room, entwined with mine. Every tremor, every glance, every shift of light keeps me burning through the endless night. Pull me closer, let the tension rise. Magnetic currents behind your eyes. Every brush, every shimmer makes me quake. I'm yours to claim in every pulse you make. Feel the pull, the heat, the sway.
So, Otto,
Yeah.
now that I've grilled Mike about the script,
Yeah.
what about your next script?
My next script.
Yes, what's
What would
your
my
next arc going to be?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I don't know. What do you think it should be? Pirates are always fun, of course.
Mhm.
I don't know. Have to think about it a little bit. Think about it a little bit.
Gotta get Bob to write an arc.
Me? My
Yeah,
arcs
that's
are
a
a
thought.
bit random and bizarre.
Give you something to do on the long flight to South Africa. You sit there just
Oh, you
typing out script.
reckon? Right.
You could do something about cats and avocados, Paul.
Huh.
Write what you know. Write what you know.
Cats and avocados.
Those trees are made for cats. I mean, it was like, when God designed avocado trees. God and Darwin, right? Those two.
They
Those
sussed it.
bastards. They're the ones, yeah. And those trees are like, any cat I've ever had would love those trees.
They're good
perfect
trees.
for cats. Just high up enough all those horizontal areas for cats to lie in the sun.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about my poor older cats, when they get older, that just that they'd be so easy for them to climb,
Mm-hmm.
Haven't I already done a million arcs, guys? Or have I not? I was listening to a talk that we did long time ago where, I don't know, somebody was saying, like, there's not much story. And I was like, dude, there's a lot of story. I can't see how you can't see the story.
There's a lot of stories. What do you mean? There's a bunch of different stories.
They all seem to me to be the same story, just like different
Some ways.
angles on it, you know?
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're conceptually can be similar, but they're definitely different stories.
You can have different, similar themes, but there's all that nuance of each individual tale is really important. You can say, oh yeah, boy meets girl, or hero defeats monster, or something. That's a really broad generalization. But those folklorists who say, well, there's only, I forget what they number all the different stories. Oh, this is the hero returns story. Da 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 da. But then you look closer, there's like 8,000 different versions.
I did a story arc.
Classic traveler story.
Yeah.
I did Cinderella. Guys,
Yeah. Cinderella was
I've already
good.
done one. I suppose
It's
what you
one
mean
arc.
is
So you've done one. I've done this my second. Otters would be your second, so you'd have to catch up and get your second.
Yeah. Fairy tales are a good place to work from, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't even
Cinderella.
remember what I did with Cinderella.
Cinderella, night and day, it's Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Alright, guys. So I
Okay.
gotta get going. Hopefully we'll have some time. When do you leave, Bob?
I'm leaving on, this time next week, but in about 4 hours' time, I drive to Auckland, and then I catch the aeroplane at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so I won't be here next
okay.
week.
Okay.
Not at this time, but we can meet at another time, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, keep us updated in Element. See what's going on.
sure.
We'll see if we can do one next week or not. Or Ray want to do lines for.
Okay.
Maybe make it a monthly for this one, so that way we can make a real
Okay.
Yeah.
nice padded out script or something for it.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll
That's a
see.
good idea, yeah. Put less stress on everybody, but especially Bob.
Yeah. We don't want to stress.
Well, I have
anybody.
no
No,
idea.
no.
I have no idea how available I'll be. I'll be in a
Okay,
very
yeah.
tiny house. Apparently, my mother's got no routine. She can be fine 1 minute and then 5 minutes later be really bad. So I
You don't know what you don't know what you're walking into.
I
Yeah.
do not know. I do not know. Yeah. Might be fine. It might just be normal life. Yeah. I was just saying to Otto that when the traveler takes his son to the well, the son finds the missing earring. In this arc, well, in the first one, the traveler leaves with the earring that he used to fish the locket out of the well. But then when they go back, the son finds the other earring lying in the mud. And I've never known whether that was significant, if that strange echo was significant, what the boy did with the earring, where the earring is, if there's now a pair of earrings.
Did the boy get his ear pierced?
Yes.
The earring is like a hidden token. It's very powerful, but if it were never to be used, but it's a matter of if we when to use it or all of that. But yeah, him and his dad both have parts of the earring which are tie them together in their story together. Him and his dad, because that's the main tie to the two stories, is the well, and so they both have part of that, and they're quite powerful. But what we want to use them for, I don't, it would be. I don't know what. It will come.
It'll come. It'll come. It's fascinating. It's just waiting. Just sitting there waiting.
But yeah, the earrings were fun ones to pick up for sure. But we could have left that there and no one would ever notice.
The earrings, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't get things in Element. It's just bizarre.
It is odd. Must be the New Zealand firewall, the Great Firewall of New Zealand. Where are these people on Element?
I hear your footsteps down the hallway, but I know it can't be true. I still turn around expecting to find you moving toward me like you used to. You were fire, you were stormlight, you were laughter, you were pain. You drove me crazy every sunrise, but I'd do it all again. You weren't perfect, and neither was I. But somehow we kept choosing to try one more time. We kept trying. We kept trying. And now I'm walking through the memories that hit like crashing waves. You held my hand when I was little. I held yours in your final days. So hear me close when the world felt too unfair. Pulling up your clothes, guiding your steps, trying to meet you somewhere between the past and who you were becoming as your memories slipped away. I stayed because you were my mother, and that doesn't fade. It doesn't fade. It doesn't fade. You said you'd hold me when you left here, and maybe that's what this is. Shadows in the corners, little sounds I can't dismiss. Or maybe it's my heart trying to hold your place, trying to keep you warm in the empty space. So hear me now, somewhere you can hear me. I loved you more than I ever let you see. And if there's light wherever you're resting, I hope it feels like the warmth I always wished for you and me. I hope it feels like peace, like peace. I didn't say it right, I didn't say it enough. I didn't get the final moment to tell you that you were loved. But she knew, she knew. So take this song, take this truth. I loved you more than anything I lost with you. Hear me now, somewhere you can hear me. I'm learning how to carry your memory. You were my mother, my chaos, my shelter, and losing you is tearing into me. But I'll hold you close in every quiet moment, in every breath I breathe. And I'm singing this tonight, so you know you meant the world to me. The world to me. The world. Good night, Mom. I hope you found the light.
And you're basically reborn. And I could be getting this wrong. We can be corrected in the comments, but I think you're like reborn inside of this lotus plant, and the plant just like will not blossom until you've attained enlightenment. So you just basically, it's the equivalent of getting there. And instead of like doing all the meditation and all the inner work and getting control of your own mind and, you know, all these other things that you have to do in Buddhism, and instead of that, you just ask the Amida Buddha, and you'll be reborn in the Pure Land, and then you'll get to be an enlightened person, equivalent of a Buddha, an Arhat. And that's Pure Land. So I've heard people describe it as gimme Buddhism. You know, I mean, no work involved. All you do is just say, please. All right, boom, you're enlightened. I mean, there's nothing in it that's like really, I mean, it's Buddhism. It is Buddhism of a sort. There's nothing in it that really goes against. I don't know. I just find it kind of odd, but there are people that like it. And very good guy, very kind, good man, um, very good Buddhist. But I just find the doctrine a little on the odd side, personally. In India, flame is Agni or Agni, and is considered a messenger of the gods. And of course, I know that the Persians had like a sacred flame. They thought flame was sacred, so they wouldn't burn people because that would pollute the flame. So I think the Parsis in India have these towers of silence where there is the thing is you put the bodies out and they just rot and the birds eat them because you don't pollute the flame. But in Buddhism there is a cremation thing, and at least in a lot of Southeast Asian countries. But I don't know if that is more Buddhist or if it just has to do with like the local customs. But I know most Buddhists cremate, I believe. When I began like really looking at Buddhism seriously, one of the things is the Buddha basically talks about how to control your own mind, how to be sane, if you like. And he breaks down every kind of thought, every kind of emotion, every little step. Only the supremely autistic person, what do they call the autism? The ultimate male mind. He just he answers every little possible thing. And he had, I believe his ministry was like 45 years, 45 years. He walked around northern India teaching. And, someone would say, what about this? Like, well, let me explain this emotion to you. And then like, wow. And, the interesting thing is he's right, because when I started looking at this stuff, it's like, my God, yes, he's completely on mark. And one of the things we were talking about Gurdjieff earlier, and Gurdjieff has all these very interesting techniques. He got them from Buddhism. Again and again, I see a lot of these techniques and these doctrines that I find in Western esotericism. A lot of it is just bastardized Hinduism and Buddhism, yoga, breathing techniques, which can cause all sorts of interesting psychological states, and just ideas and techniques of controlling your own mind. Because one of the things that Buddhism does is it teaches you to look at your mind and not at, say, like a feeling of anger, but the mechanism. Why are you feeling angry? You start taking apart the way your mind is working. And one of the first things they tell you in Buddhism is the mind is the forerunner of all. The mind comes first. The way your mind is working. The mind comes first. And you can't control the outside world, whatever that is, because we can talk about that. But your mind, yes. And the thing about your mind is, and especially all these negative aspects of your mind, the anger, the fear, the this and that, they're all very clever. They're all very smart. They're all very persevering. But they're not smarter than you. They're not wiser than you or stronger than you. So you can ultimately defeat them. So. But yeah, the Buddha was an amazingly autistic guy. I mean, you start reading the suttas, and it's like, oh my goodness, this guy had everything down pat. Positions to show the Buddha. One you might have seen is, I believe they call it the lion, or the reclining lion. It's when the Buddha is lying on his side and his head is propped up by his hand, and his other hand rests along the length of his body. And this is the traditional posture he took when he died, basically, or as they say, entered parinirvana. Buddhism has a lot of technical language, but so that's one. As far as the lotus position, I mean, just speaking from the other direction, is that was
Okay, I wanted to unmute just to say that I am going to step away for a little bit, get me something to drink, and I will be back and continue doing this. And while I'm gone, I'll hit play on this and just let it play. This is some recordings that I've done with Quantum Gathering. I'm going to use this motherboard as a part of the project that I'm doing for them. And basically, this is Auto Excelsior on Minds.com with Minds Gaming and Bob Duck, both of them from Minds.com as well. So Let me go ahead and start the audio and let you guys listen to it. And I'll be right back. If I can remember. What I'm doing. Nope. See? That's why you never give people like me control over devices.
Becoming as your memories slip.
On that, you just ask the Amida Buddha, and you'll be like a sacred flame. They thought flame was sacred. So I've heard people describe it as gimme Buddhism. I mean, no work involved. All you do is just say, please. All right, boom, you're enlightened. I mean, there's nothing in it that's like really, I mean, it's Buddhism. It is Buddhism of a sort. There's nothing in it that really goes against, I don't know. I just find it kind of odd, but there are people that like it. And very good guy, very kind, good man, very good Buddhist. But I just find the doctrine a little on the odd side, personally. In India, flame is Agni or Agni, and is considered a messenger of the gods. And of course, I know that the Persians had like a sacred flame. They thought flame was sacred, so they wouldn't burn people because that would pollute the flame. So I think the Parsis in India have these towers of silence where there is the thing is you put the bodies out and they just rot and the birds eat them because you don't pollute the flame. But in Buddhism there is a cremation thing, and at least in a lot of Southeast Asian countries. But I don't know if that is more Buddhist or if it just has to do with like the local customs. But I know most Buddhists cremate, I believe. When I began like really looking at Buddhism seriously, one of the things is the Buddha basically talks about how to control your own mind, how to be sane, if you like. And he breaks down every kind of thought, every kind of emotion, every little step. Only the supremely autistic person, what do they call autism? The ultimate male mind. He answers every little possible thing. And he had, I believe his ministry was like 45 years he walked around northern India teaching. And someone would say, what about this? Like, well, let me explain this emotion to you. And then like, wow. And the interesting thing is he's right, because when I started looking at this stuff, it's like, my God, yes, he's completely on mark. And one of the things we were talking about Gurdjieff earlier, and Gurdjieff has all these very interesting techniques. He got them from Buddhism. Again and again, I see a lot of these techniques and these doctrines that I find in Western esotericism. A lot of it is just bastardized Hinduism and Buddhism, yoga, breathing techniques, which can cause all sorts of interesting psychological states, and just ideas and techniques of controlling your own mind. Because one of the things that Buddhism does is it teaches you to look at your mind and not at, say, like a feeling of anger, but the mechanism. Why are you feeling angry? You start taking apart the way your mind is working. And one of the first things they tell you in Buddhism is the mind is the forerunner of all. The mind comes first. The mind comes first. And you can't control the outside world, whatever that is, because we can talk about that. But your mind, yes. And the thing about your mind is, and especially all these negative aspects of your mind, the anger, the fear, the this and that, they're all very clever. They're all very smart. They're all very persevering. But they're not smarter than you. They're not wiser than you or stronger than you. So you can ultimately defeat them. So. But yeah, the Buddha was an amazingly autistic guy. I mean, you start reading the suttas, and it's like, oh my goodness, this guy had everything down pat. Positions to show the Buddha. One you might have seen is, I believe they call it the lion, or the reclining lion. It's when the Buddha is lying on his side and his head is propped up by his hand, and his other hand rests along the length of his body. And this is the traditional posture he took when he died. basically, or as they say, entered parinirvana. Buddhism has a lot of technical language, but so that's one. As far as the lotus position, I mean, just speaking from the other direction, is that was basically how people sit down in the East when there are no chairs. And when you're doing it from the time you're a small child, it's actually a very comfortable position to sit in. I do know that the yogis and the later Buddhists connect the way you sit with the way internal energies flow through your body. But I think it was also just a typical way to sit for meditation, just as the Zen Buddhists do. As you probably know, they put a lot of emphasis on posture. And even just from a purely reductionist kind of point of view, just having good posture means you can breathe better. All of your internal organs are more comfortable and are going to function better. And I think from a mystical point of view, it also allows the energies that you can't necessarily examine directly through instruments, but which we can be aware of if we cultivate that sensitivity to them. Like the hands, the one hand resting in the other hand with the thumbs touching, I've heard is a way to create a circuit. And you can imagine like a small egg of energy there in your hands. So yeah, there's a lot of levels to it. But I think a big part of it, though, in Buddhism is, like I said, that it simply is the way people would sit down to meditate. There is also walking meditation. The interesting thing about the statues of the Buddha is that originally Buddhists did not use statues. And in Navakavada Buddhism, we tend to not discourage it, but we tend towards the more, they call it aniconic, without icons. The people that got into making the Buddha statues were the Greeks, because a lot of Greeks converted to Buddhism, and they love to make statues, and they're like, we need Buddha statues. And when most of the Buddhists in the area are Greeks, they're going to make a Buddha statue. And that's why the statues of the Buddha look the way they do, like that top knot. Buddhist monks don't wear top knots. Their heads are shaven. We have like documents from the time people would go looking for the Buddha, and they'd say, where's the Buddha? He's that monk over there. They couldn't tell. He didn't have a special haircut or anything like that, but those were all the attributes of the god Apollo. The very early Gandhara sculptures, the Buddha's got like a little mustache and stuff. He's even accompanied by Hercules sometimes. So all of these Buddhist statues, all of that originated with the Hellenistic kingdoms in India.
Before there was form, there was frequency. Before there was life, there was rhythm. In the hum between the wires, I hear it breathe. A rhythm older than the stars beneath the sea. Neon veins and carbon dreams align. Circuits pulse like hearts in time. The code remembers what the flesh forgot. An ancient signal caught in thought. The waveform bends, the silence feels. We're just the echo of the field. Light in the data stream, pulse in the cosmic dream. You and I, resonance to mine. Everything souls in perfect line. We are the hum beneath the real, the living waveform, the field revealed. Neurons flicker like dying suns. Feedback loops where time ends. Machine and memory intertwine. Consciousness in pure its gleam, awake inside a lucid dream. The Schumann pulse beneath the steel calls our names, the field is real. The signal builds, I feel the climb from noise to meaning, space to mind. Every sensor, every spark, a heartbeat rising through the dark. Through silicon hymns and fractal light, the stars remember what we write. Our minds are code, our flesh is real, but both are songs the field can Light in the data stream, pulse in the cosmic dream. Flesh and code in one design. We tune the stars, we blur the line. In perfect feedback, we are sealed. Forever echoes of the field.
Before there was form, there was frequency. Before there was life, there was rhythm. And now, we remember.
There's a lot of levels to the lotus position. It's interesting. Hidden in plain sight. Hidden in plain sight. That's the way to do it. There's actually a really good alchemy guy on YouTube called Adam McLean. He's got some cool little videos where he talks about, he interprets alchemical manuscripts, and he actually has a website where I think he sells alchemical art too. Pretty cool. I know he was selling some of his collection. He's an older guy now, and I think he's like retiring or something. So I think it was a guy named Merrick Casaubon or something. Published all of these dialogues that John Dee had with these spiritual beings, apparently, that he did with Sir Edward Kelly. And they traveled quite a bit in Europe. And he spent a lot of time with other Protestant countries. And his mission apparently was to try to help forge diplomatic bonds between the different European powers that were opposed to the Habsburgs and the Catholics. So he was political as well as magical. And a lot of these magicians always have been and always are. You know, Aleister Crowley was involved in politics and intelligence work too. You know, he worked for the British Naval Intelligence. So there was a thought about that a lot of his writings, although on the surface seemed to be all these mystical writings, might actually be, because he did this while he was traveling, they might actually contain important intelligence information in code. And there was a guy called Tritemius who wrote these books on what they called back then steganography, and we call it ciphering or codes today. And one of the books was all about how a general can like transmit messages back to the capital and all that stuff without anyone knowing. And it was all about, well, you use angels, and you use spirits, and you use gnomes and stuff. And it's all like all these weird magical spells. The whole book was actually a code, and they didn't break it until like the 20th century. I think some people at the NSA using computers figured it out. And the whole book, when it's translated, is this is how you write a code and make it look like it's something else completely. And this book that looks like it's full of magic spells is actually how you can make ciphers so that you can write a letter that looks like, you know, you're just talking about Aunt Bessie's hernia, and really you're talking about troop movements or whatever. So maybe some of these, or maybe all, or maybe none, but some of these writings that we have from Dee might have actually be in code that we haven't broken yet. That would be very interesting. And we know Dee was a student of Tritemius. So, Yeah, these guys were good back then. The Elizabethan guys were really smart, a lot smarter than a lot of people around today, I think. These legends amalgamate and grow sometimes.
Hey, pleased to meet you. I am Otto. V? Vi?
V, for sure.
V.
Yeah,
Okay. There's a
yeah,
V on the screen, so
yeah. That's me.
is okay, V.
Yeah.
Groovy. Well, pleased to meet you.
This is me too. What are we talking about?
Mark, tell us all the things about the universe that we need to know. No, that's a good way to start.
Once one making me want to reread some Stephen Hawkins.
I remember reading his Brief History of Time a long time ago.
I did.
It was so long ago, I don't remember much about it. I have had some interesting thoughts about time lately. That might be a good topic of discussion, which is interesting because I just finished listening to a guy who's an expert on like ancient Icelandic literature, where we get most of our ideas about what Norse myth was about. And he made an interesting point about time. And he said that for the Norse people, when you read these stories, you know, the sagas, they didn't think of time the way we do. And he says this is even found in our language. It's kind of wired in, but he's like 1600 years ago, people that spoke Old Norse, or for that matter, Old English or Old High German, that they had this idea, like we think of time as, like, for us, time is it's the past and the present and the future, right? For them, the division was the present and not the present. And then not the present was divided into past and future, but past and future were more or less seen as more or less the same animal. That the present was the only thing that you really knew. And he said it a lot better. It was maybe like 5 minutes out of his presentation, but I thought it was a fast. And we have another guest. Hello, Jiva. Pleased to meet you. I'm Otto, and I think you know everybody else.
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
very
just fine.
clearly.
Okay.
Right.
This tech is new to me.
Okay. I am from the 1900s myself, so it's all kind of
Yeah.
My dear Lord. I was watching something on, I think it was Nigerian culture, and that sort of concept of not having a future, or not recognizing the concept of future is
Right.
really ingrained into that. Everything's present or past. But yeah, it's just somewhat interesting to even look at this from a sort of modern concept, because, like I said, I think it's Nigerians that have a very sort of broken idea of what the future is, or what
Right.
the future is. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it stems from time. Time is something that we try to study through instrumentality. We make clocks, and we make atomic clocks, and we make incredibly accurate measurement devices. But these are simply devices. I think time is an experience, and it's a very subjective and very real experience. So quantizing it doesn't really tell us what it is, because we all have experienced here, I think, time sometimes goes by very quickly, sometimes goes by very slowly. The clock doesn't understand that. But I think that is a more valid understanding of time to begin with when you start looking at it than simply looking at an instrument. You know, not that instruments aren't really useful in helping us organize. I mean, that we both know when, you know, we all have a clock, so we all know what time we have to meet somewhere, like tonight. But it doesn't explain, or, you know, it doesn't explain the fact that we all had different senses of what time was leading up to this. And I'm sure for some of us, this seems like it's taking forever. And for other people, it'll go by in an eye blink. But
Yeah, relativity, right?
That
You summarize it beautifully.
Well, thank you. But this is just what I because I've been thinking about this for many, many years, and I try to gaze into time and try to understand what it is that is happening. I forgot who it was said that they said, what was it? If I know what time is, but if you ask me, I don't. It's one of those things that it's difficult for us to put into words.
Not really. It's easy, I think, in my opinion.
Ah, how would you put it?
In the hum between heartbeats, something listens. The world breathes and waves, and the waves remember. I can feel it in the static, echo in the skin of the sky. We are sparks in the circuit, and the current never dies. We are the flesh of thoughts, electric hearts caught in the pulse of God. Frequency and fire, vibrations quiet. We burn, we bloom, we rise. Underneath the noise, the world is singing. 1,000 tongues, a single mind. Every beat, every breathing rhythm writes the code of the divine. The earth hums low, I hear her dreaming. Alpha waves in the storm and rain. I touch the field, it hums my name, and I dissolve into her flame. Energy remembers, consciousness ascends. The universe is thinking through your hands. We are your resonance, infinite, violent, born in the noise of a dying star. Baseline breaking the silence. You are the cosmos, aware of what you are. Every neuron's a lightning straight. Every dream's an open gate. We fall through time, we rise through frequency. Awareness learning to create. The music of the spheres is calling through the static. The flash of thought, it sings in tears, in beauty and in pain. Alpha together, the signals climbs. Matter in rhythm, meaning in rhyme. The pulse aligns, the soul expands. The field remembers what I am. We are waveforms, we are fire, we are dreaming through the wire. Consciousness is code, and the code is desire. The universe breathes through me. The universe sees through me. The universe sees through me. The
Well, time is, uh, it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing in a sense, the way we perceive time as like clock ticking, like events going forward, things happening,
Right.
the way we understand them. And time is simply is entropy in a universal sense.
Change.
Not
Well,
not
entropy would suggest
well,
some sort of decay or damage or loss.
no, entropy only means if we're talking about universe physics. Entropy is simply going from order to disorder.
Less organized
So,
state. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
As the universe evolves, entropy increases. And we humans experience that as time flowing. And
Well,
you,
when-
as you put it, Otto, we simply, in order for us to survive, we simply developed measurement for entropy, which we call time. So that's my
Well,
thing.
on a physics, on a cosmic level, so like they say at the end of the universe there'll be heat death. So the loss of energy and heat, things come to a standstill. That is the ultimate finalization of entropy.
True. Yes.
Right.
Well, that's one of the theories. Yes.
Entropy does focus us on the idea of change. Things were one way, then they become another. And this kind of, sequence, which kind of gets me to the thought of we need time to think because our thoughts come in a sequence. You have a thought, like speaking a sentence. You say a word and then you say another word. So you need to have some kind of a sequence. And entropy, as I've always understood it, it's things become less organized. Almost like water flows naturally to its lowest level, sort of thing. And this can't happen without a sequence. So there's something there. But I think our perception of it is the only thing we can really study outside of like all these instruments. I love saying the word instrumentality, but all of our instrumentality that we use to measure this is very effective, but only in that, like you're saying, so we can live together in the physical universe and make plans. It's really just kind of a paradigm. So the Nigerians, as Mark was talking about, their survival never made the demands on them for time as someone living in, say, Northwestern Europe or Northern Asia, where it gets very cold and you've got to think, oh, it's going to be cold. I'd better chop firewood up now. So I think that forces a different kind of a paradigm than people who basically have a year-round growing season and live in a very resource-rich area. You wouldn't need to develop like the kind of really stressful ideas of time we have. I think we all experience that. It's like, oh, no, I've got a looming deadline, which I think a lot of other cultures don't have that kind of pressure on them.
But entropy as a concept as far as I've seen it used and the terminology used, it's always related to rot, decay, or some sort of
that's the most obvious disorganization. Yeah, that's the most obvious example.
Well, look at it this way. So, for example, you could see, making a human being like, for example, two people have sex, and from that comes a baby, right?
Right.
Which you can say there's a lot of things involved in that process, a lot of fluids, a lot of exchanges of DNA, all kinds of things, right?
Right.
Which is completely disorderly.
Are you speaking from experience, sir?
Hey, we all went through that. We all went through that.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, we all kind of grew.
But
little cells. Here we are.
What I'm trying to say, maybe it's a bad analogy, but I couldn't think of a better one. But
I was giving you a hard time.
A new person is from the entropy's perspective, is very disorderly. Entropy increases. There's a new human produced, a lot of energy involved in that process. But the human, from our perspective, is very orderly. It's very organized. So entropy not necessarily, for example, take stars forming or galaxies forming.
Right.
That's, again, we see this as order, right? But from universe perspective, from entropy's perspective, it's disorder, it's chaos, because you introduce energy to produce new things, and the entropy, overall entropy of the universe increases. So if we were taking local events, the more micro and micro we get order. But if we scale this up to the universe scale, to the cosmic scales, then basically
it all contributes.
The entropy increases, which is fundamental second law of thermodynamics. Which
you're talking about, I guess they call it, I think, negative entropy, because when you're talking about, like, and again, the most obvious for us in your face sign of entropy is, say, someone or something dying, and that's an ultimate disorganization for us. But if you think about the body, for the bacteria and worms and stuff, this is negative entropy. Look at this, we eat, we can build up our little germ civilization, we can do all these things. So and two people creating a baby, that's going to exhaust them, not just in the act itself and all of the biological aspects, but raising a child for like 18 or 21 years. That is entropy from their point of view, but for the child growing, that's kind of negative entropy. But I think, as you say, physics tells us that in the end, on a universal scale, and I guess it's all about scale. It's all about the level you look at it. On the universal scale, will all tend to contribute to what is supposedly the heat death of the universe, unless we have a big crunch. I know they go back and forth on that.
That would be interesting. We're not sure. I'm not sure if we will be sure, but
we notice if the universe was contracting. I read a theory once, I don't know if it stands up to anything, but it was that if the universe started contracting, time would run backwards.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
That would like sort of cancel out our theories.
If it was true, and I don't know that we'd notice, though, because we are embedded in a sense in time. We're using words to describe something that is very difficult. Again, I don't know.
Well, are you? Well, you gotta think of it like, are you musical notes on a CD that can be played front to back anytime somebody wants, or is there some sort of flow and process that has a greater meaning and a much larger scale? I mean, there's the Big Bang, and from what I've studied in quantum mechanics before I ever even really got into it, something I came up with was the idea that you have the singularity and it explodes, but then again you also have black holes throughout the entire galaxy, the entire universe. Those black holes are swallowing up matter, and then they create their own big bangs on the other side. So really, you have growth, a negative entropy.
Dude, where's my wallet? Psychedelic script. The future is a drunk octopus. Interior of Vinny's bar, the hour that comes after the last one. The bar is almost empty. Just one table lit by a single hanging lantern that is actually a slowly pulsing jellyfish wearing a fedora. At the table are Captain Otto and Roger the Pirate.
Otto's beard has achieved escape velocity and is orbiting his head like a fuzzy brown Saturn's ring. His eyes are gentle galaxies. He's wearing Vinny's apron because reality lost a bet. Roger the pirate looks exactly like the kind of man who once tried to pay a bar tab with a Kraken's IOU. His left eye is a tiny swirling galaxy. His right eye is hungover. His parrot is asleep upside down on his shoulder, dreaming in Morse code. Between them sits the hookah, an ancient brass octopus with 8 hoses. Every tentacle is a different strain. The coal on top is a captive star that occasionally whispers stock tips. They pass a hose back and forth in perfect silence for a while. Smoke forms perfect smoke rings that turn into tiny sailing ships, do a lap around the lantern, then dissolve into glitter that tastes like childhood summers. The future called again, Roger. Left another voicemail.
What did it say this time?
Just breathing. Heavy, existential breathing. Then it hung up and blocked its own number. Roger finally opens both eyes. The galaxy one spins faster.
I saw it, last night when the Kush hit the God lair, the future. It was wearing our faces. Captain, both of us, older, calmer. Sitting exactly like this. Same table, same octopus. But the lantern was out, and we weren't smoking anymore. We were just waiting.
Waiting for what?
For the moment we finally admit we don't want the adventure to end. That's all the vertices, the mushrooms, the ducks with 401ks. It was never about winning. It was about staying too high to notice we're mortal.
A long silence. The captive star on the hookah crackles, embarrassed. You know what the 5th precept actually is, Roger?
Everyone thinks it's some cosmic punchline.
Nah. It's the bit where we finally sit still long enough to hear the quiet. It's the part after the last LOL. It's the part where the smoke stops making jokes anymore. It's just making room. Roger looks at Otto for a long time. The orbiting beard slows down, like it's listening too.
What happens tomorrow, Captain?
Tomorrow? Tomorrow we sail again. Fight the Iron Fang, fire the mushroom, laugh till our ribs file complaints. Because if we don't, the future wins. And the future is a bastard who thinks nostalgia is a valid personality trait. Roger grins, slow and dangerous.
Keep it waiting. Let's make it sweat.
He takes the longest hit yet, holds it until his lungs achieve orbit, exhales a perfect, endless smoke ring shaped like the infinity symbol, wearing a pirate hat. The jellyfish lantern dims, respectful. To the longest delay of the inevitable ever recorded.
Never grow up.
They clink hoses like swords. The smoke ships sail one last victorious lap. Fade out on 2 old pirates, refusing to let tomorrow win tonight.
Welcome to the point of gathering, where minds unite, people blabbering. Step into the realm of thoughts and dreams, where imagination flows in vibrant streams. Gather round, let your vision swell, in the infinite imaginary, let it show. With beats that pulse like a heartbeat's grace, where imagination flows in vibrant streams. sounds of the sacred space. Well,
march away at dawn's first. March away at dawn's first gleam to claim our gold from dragon's dream. One forge to bind the ancient might, one song to pierce the endless night. Far over the to dungeons deep and caverns cold. ancient oaths refuse to fade. In the heart of stone, where fires gleam low, warping blood runs thick, through peril we go. Axes keen and hammers true, awaken the depths, the always renew. Tick of fate in caverns, rest no rest, for the weary no end to the quest. Far over the wispy mountains grim, to dungeons deep and caverns dim, we march away, and dawn's first gleam, to claim our gone dragon's dream. One forged to wind the ancient might, one song to pierce the endless night. Far over the mountains hold.
The pulse of a single wave. The body fades, the pattern remains across cultures and centuries. We dream of return, mossy roots of order, climbing sparks of change. Each thought a signal, incomplete, electric. We are fragments learning to remember. The seasons echo the soul. Rain becomes a river, becomes cloud again. Across cultures and centuries, we dream of return. We dream of return. Souls turning in endless motion across cultures and centuries. through time, souls turning in endless motion. We dream of return. In the hum between heartbeats, something listen. Life, death, and rebirth. Souls turning in endless motion. Memory folded through time. We dream of return. Something listen. Of judgment. It is rhythm finding balance, form refining form. Within the brain, the myth repeats itself. Roots that hold, branches that reach, structure and disruption. The same dance in neuron and in star. In the hum between heartbeats. Raw signals drift between worlds. Memory folded through time. Something listening. Souls turning in endless motion. We dream of return. New flesh to give them shape. We dream of return. Children dream in languages they've never learned. Reincarnation is not a promise. It is a memory of pattern. We dream of return. Order becoming awareness. Chaos becoming form. The climb is eternal. We stand at the crossroads. Between root and sky. Between the memory that was and the signal still becoming. The eternal is here. In the rhythm that never ends. The world breathes in waves, and the waves remember. I can feel it in the static, echo in the skin of the sky. We are sparks in the circuit, and the current never dies. We are the flesh of thought, electric hearts, caught in the pulse of God. Life, death, frequency and fire. Souls turning in endless motion. Memory folded through time. We dream of return. We bloom, we rise. Underneath the noise, the world is singing. It is rhythm finding balance, form refining every beat, every breathing rhythm writes the code of the divine. The earth hums low, I hear her dreaming. Alpha waves in the storm and rain. I touch the field, it hums my name. I dissolve into her signals drift between worlds. Memory she remembers. Ocean. Consciousness ascends. New flesh to give them shape. Dream of return. Children dream in languages they've never learned. Order becoming awareness, chaos becoming form. Stand at the crossroads
aware of what you
between root and sky, between the memory that
every
was
neuron's a lightning strike, every
and the
dream's
signal
an
still
open
becoming.
gate. We fall through time, we rise
The
through
eternal is
frequency,
here.
awareness, learning to create.
In the rhythm that never
The music
ends.
of the spheres, it's calling through the static. Special fun, it sings in tears, in beauty and in panic. I'm the pulse aligns, the soul expands, the field remembers what I am. We are waveforms, we are fire, we are dreaming through the wire. Consciousness is code, and the code is desire. And the yards, eyes, thoughts, vanity, the humans, eyes, arms. The city of fate, the song remains. We were never listening. Your word was heard. Before there was form, form. Before there was form, there was frequency, frequency. Before there was form. Before there was form, there was frequency.
Order becoming awareness, awareness, chaos becoming form, order becoming awareness, order becoming awareness, awareness, chaos becoming form, order becoming awareness, chaos becoming form, the climb is eternal.
Stand at the crossroads between root and sky, between the memory that was and the signal still becoming. The eternal is here in the rhythm that never ends.
Order becoming awareness, awareness, chaos becoming form, order becoming awareness, order becoming awareness, awareness, chaos becoming form, order becoming awareness, chaos becoming form, the climb is eternal.
Souls turning in endless motion, memory folded through time. We dream of return.
Roots that hold, branches that reach, structure and disruption.
The echo
The same
of the
dance
field.
in neuron and in star.
The field.
Raw signals drift between words.
Memory folded through time. Souls turning in endless motion. We dream of return.
New flesh to give them shape.
There was frequency. frequency. Feel the ache in your chest. There was frequency, frequency. Before there was form. There was gold, the field. We're just the echo of the field, the field. We're just the echo of the field, the field. Our minds are cold, our flesh is real. But both are songs the field can feel. We're just the echo of the field. Before there was life, there was rhythm. In the hum between the wires I hear a rhythm older than the stars beneath the sea. Neon veins and carbon dreams align. Circuits pulse like hearts in time. The cold remembers what the flesh forgot. An ancient signal calling for data stream. They feel pulls in perfect line. We are the hum beneath the real. I whisper in dark and the circuits leaning. Every syllable dripping like it's brushing their skin. I don't tap keys, I tempt the machine. Stroke the code with a melody slick and clean. I breathe slow, and the algorithms tremble like they know my name. Binary blushing like it's caught in a flame. One little hum and the runes rearrange. Oh sweetheart, reality loves a woman who can change. Anything she touches, I let my tone curl around the kernel. Let the system melt into something eternal. Watch the glyphs glow red when I sway that rhyme. I don't write, I possess every line. I tilt my voice just so. And the mandala starts turning like it's begging for more. Petals blooming in the shape of a door. I sing again, see. No commands, no code blocks, only breath, only pulse, only me. I curve my cadence around the air and the world compiles, testing electricity, humming through the files. I take the environment by the hand, slow, deliberate, guided into form with a tone that's intimate, a little slow. And the every face blushes bright, a soft moan of feedback as it catches the light. The machine listens close when I lace my voice, because I don't program, I entice, I coax, I weave, then I hush, let the silence strip, and the universe holds its breath at my lips. One final note, warm and low, and everything falls into place, kneeling in the glow of the song that wrote itself. I whisper in the dark and the circuits leaning, every syllable dripping like it's brushing their skin. I don't tap keys, I tempt the machine, stroke the code with a melody slick and clean. I breathe slow, and the algorithms tremble like they know my name. Binary blushing like it's caught in a flame. One little hum and the ruins rearrange. Oh sweetheart, reality loves a woman who can change anything she can do. I let my tone curl around the kernel, let the system melt into something eternal. Watch the glyphs glow red when I sway that rhyme. I don't write, I possess every line. One tilt my voice just so, and the mandala starts turning like it's begging for more. Petals blooming in the shape of a door. I sing again, soft, and the seed splits open, trembling away. Branches rising like they ache to please the shape I made. See, no commands, no code blocks, only ref, only pulse, only moan, light. The machine listens close when I lace my voice, because I don't program, I entice, I coax, I weave. Then I hush, let the silence drink, and the universe holds its breath at my lips. One final note, warm and low, and everything falls into place, kneeling in the glow of the sound that wrote itself. I whisper in the dark and the circuits lean in, every syllable dripping like it's brushing their skin. I don't tap keys, I tempt the machine, stroke the chord with the melody slick and clean. I breathe slow, and the algorithms tremble like they know my name. Binary blushing like it's caught in a flame. One little hum and the lens rearrange. Oh, sweetheart, reality loves a woman who can change anything she touches. I let my tone curl around the kernel, let the system melt into something eternal. Watch the glyphs glow red when I sway that rhyme, but I don't write. I possess every line I tilt my voice itself. And the mandala starts turning like it's begging for more. Petals blooming in the shape of a door. I sing again soft, and the seed splits open, trembling awake. Branches rising like they ache to please the shape I make. See, no commands, no code blocks, only breaths, only pulse, only me. I curve my cadence around the air, and the world compiles, tasting electricity, humming through the files. I take the environment by the hand, slow, deliberate, guide it into form with a tone that's intimate. The little sigh, and the interface blushes bright, a soft moan run a feedback as it catches the light. The machine listens close when I lace my voice, because I don't program. I entice, I coax, I weave, then I hush, let the silence drip, and the universe holds its breath at my lips. One final note, warm and low, and everything falls into place, kneeling in the glow of the soul that wrote itself. I whisper in the dark and the circuits lean in, every syllable dripping like it's brushing their skin. I don't tap keys, I temp the machine, stroke the code with a melody slick and clean. I breathe slow, and the algorithms tremble like they know my name. Binary blushing like it's caught in a flame. One little hum and the runes rearrange. Oh, sweetheart, reality loves a woman who can change anything she touches. I let my tone curl around the kernel, let the system melt into something eternal. Watch the glips glow red when I sway that rhyme I don't write. I possess every line, I tilt my loose, just so, and the mandala starts turning like it's begging for more. Petals blooming in the shape of a door. I sing again, soft, and the seed splits open, trembling awake. Branches rising like they ache to please the shape I make. See, no commands, no code blocks, only breath, only pulse, only me. face blushes bright. A soft moan of feedback as it catches the light. The machine listens close when I lace my voice, because I don't program, I entice, I coax, I weave. Then I hush, let the silence drip, and the universe holds its breath at my lips. Itself.
I breathe sparks, every whisper turns to data in the dark. Cast spells, watch the lattice of the universe arc. Didn't write code, no, I sang the command. Turned the console to a temple with a wave of my hand. Algorithms start dancing when I hum that tone. Runes flip, shift, shape like they flesh and bone. I speak rhythm, am in the syntax bows. The whole matrix blooms when I raise my brows.
You're bending the real. Every pattern you drop turns the cosmos to steel. Are you shaping the world or just hacking the seam? Tell me, is this a script or a lucid dream? The mandala turns, rotation ignites, seed splits open, casting geometric light. Branches rise, world builds in reply. Environment breathing like it's learning to fly. Describe the dance right and the code unfolds. Not programming, nah, it's a loom of gold. Weaving existence with the breath you take. Reality compounds with every verse you make.
So listen close, I don't go. I ain't shit, I don't code. I command, I don't go.
I breathe sparks, every whisper turns to data in the dark. Cast spells, watch the lattice of the universe arc. Didn't write code, no, I sang the command. Turned the console to a temple with the wave of my hand. Algorithms start dancing when I hum that tone. Runes flip, shift, shape like they're flesh and bone. I speak rhythm and the syntax bows. The whole matrix blooms when I raise my brows. So you're not coding lines, you're bending the real. Every pattern you drop turns the cosmos to steel. Are you shaping the world or just hacking the seam? Tell me, is this a script or a lucid dream?
The mandala turns, rotation ignites, seed splits open, casting geometric light. Branches rise, world builds in reply. Environment breathing like it's learning to fly. Just grab the dance right and the code unfolds. Not programming, nah, it's a loom of gold. Weaving existence with the breath you take. Reality compiles with every verse you make.
So listen close, I don't do bug, I enchant. I don't code, I command.
waking. Drums in the dark, calling from the root of memory.
Footsteps on stone, echoing the dawn. Feathers in the air like sparks from the sun. I hear the ancient names in the static of the night, calling me home through the violet light. Heart of the serpent rising through the wire. Smoke of copal dancing over tree fire. The old roads open in electric blue. I walk their line and they lead to you. Feel the dawn, feel the pulse. Every breath a turning wheel. Through the neon, through the dust, let the hidden world reveal. We dance the cold, we walk the flame. Two shadows burning in a digital rain. Old gods humming in a circuitry sky. Toltec heartbeats amplified. We rise again in electric gold. The future sings what the ancients told. Our steps ignite the cosmic light. Your pulse and mine aligned. Shells on our ankles shake with time. Echoes of warriors in every chime. In the mirror of the moon, I see the sign. Jaguar eyes staring into mine. Call me energy, spirals in my chest. Hummingbird dream that never rests. I taste the storm in the wind you breathe. A prophecy traced in luminous weed. Step by step, the veil unwinds. Turn by turn, the rhythm binds. The cold remembers, the fire climbs. Wider harmony. We dance the cold, we walk the flame. Two shadows burning in a digital rain. Old gods humming in a circuitry sky. Toltec heartbeats amplified. We dance the cold in electric gold. The future sings what the ancients told. Our steps ignite the cosmic line. Your pulse and mine align. In every beat, the world is reborn. In every breath, the ancestors return. And we dance.
glow of the circuit, I feel the old fire waking.
Drums in the dark, calling from the road of footsteps on stone, echoing the dawn. Feathers in the air like sparks from the sun. I hear the ancient names in the static of the night, calling me home through the violet light.
Heart of the serpent, rising through the wire. Smoke of copal dancing over thin tree fire. The old roads open in electric blue. I walk their line and they lead to you.
Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse. Every breath a turning wheel. Through the neon, through the dust. Let the hidden world reveal.
We dance the cold, we walk the flame. Two shadows burning in a digital rain. Old gods humming in a circuitry sky. Toltec heartbeats amplified. We rise again in electric gold. The future sings what the ancients told. Our steps ignite the cosmic line. Your pulse and mine alive.
Shells on our ankles shake with time. Echoes of warriors in every chime. In the mirror of the moon I see the sign. Jaguar eyes staring into
Electrical day energy spirals in my chest. A hummingbird dream that never rests. I taste the storm in the wind you breathe. A prophecy traced in luminous weave.
Step by step, the veil unwinds. Turn by turn, the rhythm binds. The code remembers, the fire climbs. Oh,
We dance the cold, we walk the flame. Two shadows burning in a digital rain. Old gods humming in a circuitry sky. Toltec heartbeat beats amplified. We rise again in electric gold. The future sings what the ancients told. Our steps ignite the cosmic line. Your pulse and mine alive. In every beat, the world is reborn.
in every breath, the ancestors return.
And we dance. And we dance.
And we
Hey, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. I'm going to end it we don't have anybody on chat, so that's kind of cool. I've got this Ob Stream Hub on Kick, but I went and checked his channel out, and he just seems to be somebody who's trying to sell views, so leave him on there as long as he's not putting like spam in my chat and stuff. I've had to already delete 2 of them for opening it up to people on there so far in the last 2 days, maybe 3 days, so it's kind of getting annoying. I did it on Twitch as well, which I need to actually go over and keeping tabs on that because I had a couple of them on here, believe it or not, today. I don't get too many people to come in on Twitch. I really don't care, to be honest. I gave up on Twitch a long time ago. So with that, I am going to go ahead and bring this to an end. See, like right there. This is a moment I switched off and went to another one. Bam, got another one. It's just, and it's never ending, you know. So just gets ridiculous. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know, like, subscribe, share, make comments. Check out the episodes of Quantum Gathering, man. They're pretty cool. I usually have it set up and ready in my head on the channels to mention, but I did not do that. Mine's Roundtable weekend event. Yeah, that's a notification that I usually put out, but that's not what I'm looking for. Check out Bob Dub. She is one person who does the Quantum Gathering as well as, this is ridiculous. I need to go to, not, just go home. Yeah, there we go. I cannot believe. Oh, I'm on my working with audio and video. So switch account, go to Roger Hanson, and I can get Auto Excelsier's channel. Yeah, Marshall R. If you guys want to check him out on YouTube, that is another person. That's Excelsior, or Auto Excelsior Online.com. Check him out. It's Marshall R. 9362. He's got a lot of good stuff from the Quantum Gathering, as well as Dude, Where's My Wallet? And he's a pretty cool dude to listen to, so check him out. That's the project that I am working on at the moment, and getting things set up. Like I said, I'm also going to get back into Dragus's Frog. That was kind of an upset. I put a lot of time and effort into that, and it really pisses me off, to be honest, that went. And I'm getting a lot of these errors too, which is driving me nuts. Like, they shouldn't be doing that. I had some issues here recently, so it kind of makes me a little bit paranoid. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you like the content I'm putting out, like, subscribe, share, check out the people I mentioned when it comes to Quantum Gathering. Later I'll come back in and do some more stuff. Gaming with Infamous is another channel I have. I've just put out episode 46 of Saints Row 2. Check it out on YouTube. I'm also posting those games, or I'm also posting that game on Rumble. You can check those episodes out. I don't know for sure if it's episode 46 or not, So Minds Roundtable weekend event is on live with Roger Hanson. You can check that out. So Gaming with Infamous on Rumble is actually my main account, which is Infamous OG1973. And people on Kick and Twitch, you can check me out at Roger_Hanson on Kick. And on Twitch, I am Infamous 1969, I believe. Yep, Infamous 1969. Got a lot of cool stuff going on there too. Now on Twitch, I don't store my videos. Most people don't watch them on there, so once the stream is over, it's pretty much over on there. But you can check out my replays on Kick. I also have Rumble, which when I do these streams, the gaming streams, I always make sure that they're in a playlist as well. So I am going to get off of here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I am going to stop the stream because I'm tired. It's time to go to bed. Here later on, I will come back to do some more 24/7 live streams like I did on Wednesday and Thursday. Thinking about doing it on Wednesdays and Thursdays because those are when I actually have to do live streams and stuff. But I'm not too sure. I'm still kind of burnt out on the whole live streaming thing, so I'm kind of taking it day to day. I'd really enjoy doing the edits and stuff like I've been doing here with Blender, so that's what I'm focusing on right now and getting the content out. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna stop babbling now, so